Yep, one side on like that. I could sit here all day. It's getting heavy. It's getting more. It's coming down now. What is going on? We are headed to the woods today. We're gonna do some hammock camping. We have a solo overnight getaway from just everything that's been going on. We had the tornadoes, we had the rainstorm, we just had hail the size of golf balls coming down for 25 minutes straight, annihilating everything. The garden is ruined. My chicken shed that I just put up, that metal tin building, is dang near destroyed. The roof is caving in from the pounding of the hail. House is full of holes. The truck is damaged, the van is damaged, the camper is damaged. So I said, I'm just gonna get away. I gotta relax. I threw my hammock in the side by side. We got some firewood, got some food. We got everything we need to just disappear into the woods for a solo overnight and just relax. So that's the plan. But it is currently like 98 degrees, and I heard, and looking at the radar, it looks like there's supposed to be maybe some rain coming in tonight. Hopefully not too crazy. I don't need any more storms coming in and destroying whatever I'm doing. So hope for a good solid night, hanging in the hammock, relaxing, doing some good cooking, and just having some fun. So let's get in the woods. All right, I think I may have found the spot. So I was kind of driving around aimlessly, had a general idea of where I wanted to go, because I was thinking of trees that stood far enough apart and flat enough ground. And obviously there's just tons of weeds going on right now. But with the hail like really destroyed a lot of stuff. Like, I was surprised. A lot of the 3-foot tall weeds and grass are now trampled to the ground because the hail just came in so strong. But I don't think you can see this. I got this big honking tree right there. I got this other kind of smaller tree right there. And I think across there I can get my hammock and everything set up right there. Perfect. It's a nice big flat area. Check this out. Nice little bend. We're like in the middle of a little ravine here. So we got ground up there, ground up there. We're just down low in this little dip, and it goes all the way up that way. So it's kind of a sweet little spot. Get a nice area so I can still probably make a fire tonight. It's actually shady right now, so it's not very hot right now. So it feels pretty darn nice. So next thing is just need to get my hammock stuff out, see if this in fact is going to work. I think it will. I don't think there should be no reason we can't get this working in this location. All right, first steps, get some straps up. And the second one. There we go. Need it fairly low on the base so I don't get up too high. There we go. All right. Yeah, I think that should work. Yep, one side on like that. Probably take out quite a bit of that slack, because this is, like I said, going to be an extremely long hammock. Oh, too much. All right. Let's let some of that loose. So, oh, that is slick. That is slick. I like that. That was too easy. It's not too bad. This is kind of a unique hammock because it's actually got a bug net attached. Kind of like my other one. You've seen me camp in my jungle nest. But this one's nice because it actually unzips and pulls completely away, and you can stash it in a pocket back over here. And it's not dangling on you. All right, let's test this thing out once. Oh yeah. Okay. And this is a ridge line that I need to adjust. which I, again, have never had before. And it creates the perfect sag in the hammock. So it's gonna go like this, see, like that. Because you want it to have a nice little angle. Oh, my net fell right out of there because I did not put it in the bag. I just set it in there for the time being. Okay. All right, I got it all straightened up, ready to go. Let's check this out now. Wow. I could sit here all day. This is gonna be comfortable. I have a feeling this might be one of the best night's sleeps I've had in a hammock, probably ever. I think my previous hammocks have always been too small, too short, and I end up sleeping more like a banana, where I'm pretty flat right now, and it's gonna feel pretty good tonight. It feels solid. Feels nice. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw my rain fly on now, because I just don't want it to get dark and then need it later. So we're gonna get this thing going now, because I think what I can do is now this is 12 foot, so it's gonna go a little bit past my hammock each side, and it's a 12 by 12, so this thing's gonna be monstrous. So the back side I can go slope it down towards the ground. The front side I can angle it up, kind of like in a porch mode. And I brought my big tent stakes that I've used before. That should work out pretty slick for turning it into porch mode. So let's try the other side. Man, it's gonna be so close. Too close. All right, I got it all figured out. We got it set up now. Check that out. I got my tent poles up, so we got a little porch mode going on. So the back side is angled down to the ground. Front side, got a nice view just up the ravine. Got plenty of room underneath here to hang out. And actually, there's these extra flaps, kind of hard to tell. Those come undone, and they actually fold down, and I can close off the ends. So later tonight, if the rain does start to come in, I can take down my poles, bring down this end, and those flaps will close the short ends up, and I'll be fully enclosed. So if there's any kind of wind or anything, I won't get any rain or any kind of moisture on me. So pretty slick setup, and there's tons of configurations for this thing. So pretty happy with it. Didn't take too long, just took a couple seconds to kind of figure it all out, being that it's my first time. So pretty happy. Now I got a sleeping pad that I can throw in there too, because this hammock also has 2 layers on the bottom side. So it's nice because with one layer, bugs can still bite through it, like mosquitoes and stuff. But this thing has 2 layers, so I can go without a pad and I'll be fine, no bugs. But the second layer, it's split, so I can actually slide a sleeping pad in between the 2 layers, so it stays nice and stationary and it's not moving around inside the hammock when you're trying to jostle around and get comfortable. So it's meant to hold a pad, which is exactly what I needed. So got the bug net, 2 layers, sleeping pad, slot. It's kind of just everything that I really, really wanted. It took me a while to figure out what setup I needed. I think I'm really happy with this setup. All right, well, better visual, but right here, there's 2 separate slots, so I can slide this pad right in between the 2. Go. All right, pretty much been doing nothing. I got this thing up. I think we're squared away, looking pretty good, and I just been relaxing, just swinging here in the breeze, and it feels good. This is just what I needed after the last almost month of just craziness with Mother Nature and just everything else going on. So still debating if I'm gonna have a fire tonight. It's still kind of warm out, but I'm sure once the sun goes down, it's gonna cool down a little bit. Plus we're camping, so you pretty much have to have a fire while you're camping. So I'm sure I will make a fire, and I got a nice, perfect flat spot over there for it. But I know it is getting close to supper time, so I think I'm gonna go rummage around the side by side, get out my food, and we'll do some cooking here in just a few minutes. All right, we got everything we need right here. Let's see, what do I got? Stove. This makes it just a little bit easier for cooking when I can just hook this thing up and just make a fire. Kind of nice. All right. Get some water. Yeah, feels pretty stable. Okay. So let that cook until it boils. And I got, what is this I got? Chicken fajita bowl. So we'll give that a whirl. Like I said, I got some of my wild Texas hog hot dogs. We'll grill a couple of those up on the skillet after that's boiled and in the bag. That'll give me my stove to use, so we can get that ready, I guess. I just gotta get that off of there into this little sleeve. There we go. This thing opened up. Stir, close her up, let her sit for about 5 minutes. Wow, it smells so good already. Oh yeah, that's gonna be tasty. All right, a little oil. Hot dogs might be a little too long for this, so I'll just cut them in half. Oh, it smells so good. All right. Texas wild hog hot dogs and some chicken fajita bowl, MRE, ready for supper. Got about 5 minutes and we can stir the fajita bowl, rotate the dogs a few times. We'll have ourselves some supper. All right, let's check this out. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you can see that. I mean, it doesn't look all that great, but it's smelling delicious. All right, one stir. Just let it sit for about 5 more. We can grub. Yeah, I'd say those are done. I'm gonna turn this off now. All right, I think we are probably about done. And I'm getting hungry. Let's see, get this thing down here. Man, those smell so good. All right. Cheers. That's pretty good. Ooh. Man, those things have such good flavor. I can hear a constant buzz above me, and I'm starting to see a ton of mosquitoes. So I feel like all that rain we've had just a couple days ago, just all the moisture, that this thing or this place is just littered with bugs and mosquitoes right now. And it's just like a constant up there. It sounds like it's just like a whole army of them are just floating above the trees, and I can just hear that the constant buzz. But they're coming down. So I am glad I opted to have the bug net on my hammock. That would suck tonight. All right, I'm gonna keep eating. You don't need to watch me eat all my food, so I'll see you in a few. All right, I think it's time for a nice little fire. So I'm gonna put one right over here. I'm gonna baton down some wood quick. All right, supper is done, cleaned up, put away. Fire is going, and it is looking good. There it is there. Sun is just starting to set right there, so it's gonna be coming down on us. It's gonna look so good. It feels so nice out right now. It is cooling off. Feels really good. I'm really hoping we hear some critters tonight. I know there's some fawn running around the trees like crazy. And that would be super cool to see one of those make its way down here. So we'll kind of see what the rest of the night brings, but I have nothing really planned. This is just so weird. Usually I don't have time and I'm rushing and just things don't work out. But I got out here early, things got set up, supper's done. So I just can use this time to relax. I'm literally gonna do nothing. I'm gonna just kick back in this, let it swing, watch the sunset for a bit, see what happens. So it's starting to get dark. The sun has officially set. It is cooling down really nice. But I was just checking the weather. It's still supposed to be raining, maybe around 2 a.m. all the way through morning. So it's gonna be probably a rough time packing up and getting out of here. So I went ahead and I lowered down the front stakes so it's a little bit more of a slope. So any water that does come hopefully it'll just run off, but I wanted it to be still up high enough that I can see the fire. Went ahead and got out my sleeping bag and pillow. Still my view, not bad. But what I do have is, I brought a big tarp, a big canvas tarp along with me. Thought about throwing it over the side-by-side and just bunging it down, just so that way all my gear stays dry. But I thought about taking my big tote and actually throwing it underneath my hammock. So that way if it is raining in the morning, this has my food, the stove, and pretty much everything I need to cook and have breakfast with in it. Then I can just stay underneath my hammock with the porch mode if it's still raining, and I can actually just make breakfast right there and not have to worry about running out here and stuff. So I'm gonna move this underneath my hammock. Then I might just tarp the rest of the stuff for the night. I think that's a plan. We'll do that. And I'm getting tired. It's been a long day, so it's gonna feel pretty good. I think I was almost dozing off in the hammock a little while ago, but woke up, checking everything out, getting stuff prepped for the rain, because that would suck if I was not ready for it. So yeah, I'm gonna move some stuff around, get the tarp on. Probably see you guys in a few. Kind of looks like a military vehicle now, but it should work. Got the back covered with all my gear and other stuff in it. Top's covered, so that way the seats won't be all soaking wet, I guess. Got all my stuff staged down there for me. Got the last log on the fire, and it is getting dark. It's actually about 9 o'clock already, but it's still pretty bright out here. And it's been pretty quiet. I'm sure it's because I'm making noise, so I'm not gonna probably see too many animals tonight unless I get in the hammock and actually just chill for a very long time. Kind of disappear into nature and let them come out roaming. But yeah, so tonight's gonna be interesting. See what kind of rain storms come, if any. See what tomorrow morning brings. Cup of coffee. We'll see you then. Well, the rainstorm has started. It is 4 a.m. and it got pretty bad for a second. It was lightning, lots of thunder, and some pouring rain. But it's kind of calmed down a little bit already. I'm not really sure if there's another wave coming or not, but so far so good. I'm dry. That's all that matters. I'm really cozy. It actually got cool last night. I had to get the inside of my sleeping bag, so it actually feels really, really good. I had slept great up until the thunder, so I mean, this is probably the best hammock sleep, like I said, I've had ever. So we'll see what the storm produces, I guess. All right, so I pulled the radar up. It's getting heavy. It's getting more. It's coming down now. But it looks like we've got almost an hour's worth of some crazy storms coming at us. It's already stepped out. I pulled everything down, cinched everything up nice and tight. And it's just a giant wave of storms. There's lightning. You hear the thunder. This might be interesting. Good morning. It is still raining outside. That's all right. So we've got some coffee, and we got some food we can cook up right here underneath my tarp. So it's gonna work out pretty darn slick. All right, coffee is done. Let's see if I can get this thing moved over. Cast iron up there. All right. One coffee. We'll do 2 coffee. go. Cheers. Coffee while camping. The best kind ever. We got fresh asparagus from the garden that I picked and cut yesterday. And I'm gonna take a deer dog. I'm gonna cut that up, toss her in too. Just let them cook up a little bit. There we go, wild hog hot dog and asparagus. Oh yeah, it is good. Okay. Go and dump this to the side. Two eggs in, let it cook a little bit. And I might see if I can get that egg out of there. Do the other two eggs. And put the meat and asparagus in the middle and then kind of sandwich it together with some cheese. We'll see if that works out. Sounds good, but we'll see how this actually works. The rain has just started to slow down now, so it's actually getting calm out. All right, so I already flipped these two. They actually turned out pretty decent. This one's about done. So what I'm gonna do is remove it, set it up there. I'll get the next two eggs going. All right, let's see if we can get this one flipped. It's looking pretty good. Without destroying it too bad. Oh yeah. Oh man, look at that. Perfect. Okay, so now what I can do, bottom side will cook. I'm gonna get my meat and asparagus back on here. I've got some cheese. And our top layer. I mean, typically you're putting all your ingredients in the eggs as they're finally cooking so it holds together, but when you're out camping, do what you gotta do. This is almost gonna be like a eggs omelet sandwich or something, I don't know, but it should be pretty good. Smells delicious, that's for sure. So let that cook up for a couple minutes. Might even throw this over the top, maybe to help keep some of the heat inside. And we can have some food. There we go. Nice. Man, look at that. There we go. Wild hog, asparagus, omelet. That's actually really good. Very good. The hot dog seasoning kind of adds quite a bit to it. That stringy cheese. Yeah, look at that. That just looks good. All right, well, the rain, I feel like, has completely stopped. And now it's just the drippings from the trees, kind of like the leftovers. When the wind picks up a little bit, it comes down a little bit harder. But overall, rain has stopped, rain is done. So I'll be able to pack up without getting soaked today. But all I got today, or for the rest of this trip, just pack up, dry some stuff off, and head on out of here. All right, we have camp tore down. There is the tree to tree. Hammock is gone, packed away. Fire is out. That actually went out. It was actually still going. I put the last log on at like 10 o'clock. And it was still going about 3 or 4 o'clock this morning when that rain really kicked in. And then obviously it put itself out. So that's safe to go. We got side by side all packed up, all ready to go. The canvas tarp worked pretty good. I mean, the wind was blowing, so stuff was coming from the side, but overall it stayed dry. And it's just nice to have an extra tarp just in case. So yeah, great night out, great fun time in a new hammock. Hope you all enjoyed today's video. We'll see you next time. Later.